going on, boomers and doomers? On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the latest innovation in airsoft sniping technology, the Storm PC-1 bolt-action sniper rifle. Now, this model should look familiar to those that were keeping up with the coverage of SHOT Show 2024. It's a French company that manufactures this, distributed by Lancer Tactical, and definitely got to be one of the coolest and unique sniper rifles we have seen here in a long time. So the two biggest features about the PC-1 has got to be its Bullpup design and how incredibly lightweight this is. The primary external component is going to be made out of polymer. There are some metal components like the bolt assembly and the internal workings, of course. However, the rest of it is primarily made out of polymer, making this incredibly lightweight, lighter than some toys I've actually felt. But some of you might not like that's not made of full metal, but we'll get into the reasons why later, why this is a good thing. The PC-1 is a very well thought out sniper rifle in terms of its design. You get a nice monolithic top rail for your favorite optic. You do get some M-LOK style cutouts on the side. This is a little bit smaller compared to traditional M-LOK segments, so you might be able to get some accessories to fit on here. You do get a Picatinny lower on here as well to put whatever sort of bipod you'd like, and an ergonomic handguard as well. Some other cool features about the PC-1 include this nice textured ergonomic pistol grip and a carbon fiber outer barrel, which is just exquisite. You also get an ambidextrous charging handle. That's very, very cool to see. You can choose whether to have it on the left or the right side very, very easily. And for all my left-handed shooters, that is very, very convenient. You're not going to have to worry about having to pull over and under or anything. You don't have to worry about any sort of weird reloads. It's going to be very, very convenient. Moving to the rear of the rifle, we have an external hop-up adjustment wheel, making it a lot easier to fine-tune your hop. On traditional VSR-10s, you would have a small lever up in the front, which gets the job done, but it's definitely a lot harder to get those finer adjustments. But with this external wheel, it's going to be a lot easier. You also have the magazine, which is inserted into the rear. This is a Bullpup, which automatically makes this a space gun, because in the future, we all run Bullpups, and a rubberized buttstock just to keep it more comfortable when you're shouldering the rifle. Finishing off the externals of the PC-1, we have a safety switch on the right side only of the rifle. We also have two sling points, but both are going to be in the rear. There's no front sling mounts on here, so you're going to have to go and buy an external one mounted on there if you wanted to run a sling with this, which you should. All sniper rifles should be run with a sling. Now let's talk about the internals, because I know a lot of you VSR-10 users out there, a lot of you keyboard warriors are typing away already that this is garbage, it's not a true VSR-10, and you're technically kind of right. This is actually using a Storm's R-Shot system, making this a bolt-action, battery-powered, mechanical HPA system. What? What the fuck? All right, let's break it down step by step. What exactly are we looking at here? All right, bolt action. We've already gone over it. It's a bolt action sniper rifle. Battery powered. This is technically speaking using an HPA system, so you are required to use batteries just like other HPA systems out there. Mechanical. Every time you cock the charging handle back, you are manually compressing air into this bad boy. It's not spring powered like traditional VSR-10s. It's all mechanical, so there you go. The American mind can't comprehend this European Lovecraftian entity hybrid chimera thing that we got going on here. One of the coolest features about the PC-1 has got to be how easy it is to adjust the FPS. Out of the box, you'll notice the bolt will have 3 screw holes, and depending on where you screw in the charging handle will determine how hot your airsoft gun's going to be shooting. For full power, you would want to go to the topmost screw hole, just screw that right in, and you'll be getting the highest FPS you can possibly get. For mid power, you'd be going right in the middle, makes sense. And then for the absolute lowest power that you can get, go into the bottom, furthest back screw hole. Now this is where the American mind kind of breaks. This is still using VSR-10 internal components, at least some of them. It is still going to be compatible with buckings and inner barrels, in addition to magazines. So for all my guys out there that are currently running VSR-10s, you'll be saving money and still be able to use all your VSR-10 magazines and get plenty of varieties of inner barrels for you. If you want to upgrade anything else on this, good luck. My biggest gripe about the PC-1 has got to be the magazines. Now, it is cool that it is compatible with VSR-10 magazines. The magazine itself feeds very well. The only downside is that it's too small for the mag well that you currently get on the PC-1. I really wish they would have come included with a much longer, much bigger magazine from the get-go to make it a lot easier to put your magazine in, because as is currently, you really have to fish it inside. You have to kind of go in there with your fingers. It's just not as convenient as you would want. The Storm PC-1 currently chronos in at 420 to 430 FPS on the highest setting, 370 to 380 FPS on mid setting, and 340 to 350 FPS on the low. The PC-1 Storm is actually going to be one of the lower shooting options compared to a lot of the other options available in the airsoft sniping scene. The FPS is going to be noticeably lower than a lot of other options. This is in large part due to the fact that it is a French company that has designed the PC-1, and they have much stricter FPS laws over there. But on the plus side, we have heard that this is a very far shooting and very accurate sniper rifle. So we're going to go ahead and test that out for ourselves. Alright guys, we're at the range right now. We have the target set up at about, I'd say about 250 feet. We have an 11-1 plugged in and we're using 4.3 BBs. I have the hop-up and the optic more or less dialed in. Bear in mind, I'm not the best sniper out of the GI crew, but we'll just see what we get. Alright, let's set up here. Now let's see what we get. Okay, first hit on the first try, not too bad. Try that again. There we go. Oh, there we go. No, not too bad, not too bad. There we go, 3 for 3. Go for a 4th. A little bit to the right, that's fine. Try it again. Oh, almost there, almost there. Oh no, am I losing it? Am I losing it? Oh, almost there. I know we do see a little bit, there's a little bit of a cross breach, but we'll see what we can do about that. Almost there. What's great is that this thing can indeed reach out, so that's good to know. It has no problem reaching out farther out. Oh, super freaking close. There we go. We're back on target. Let's try it one more time. Okay, so actually not too bad. I mean, all things considered, bear in mind, I am not the best sniper at GI. But honestly, just those first initial couple shots, hey, it has no problem reaching out. I could definitely see this thing reaching out even further, honestly. So why don't we just try that? All right, so we've moved back a little bit further. We're now a little bit past 300 feet. Target is definitely a ways out. But honestly, I have no concern or no doubt in my mind that the Storm can't reach this target. Again, we have to readjust the hop, readjust a little bit as we need it, but let's see what we get. All right. Let's see if we can go for it right. A little low. Higher. Oh, alright. That one overhopped a little bit. What's important to note too is that we're not even halfway through the hop itself, which this thing can definitely hop heavier if you want to experiment with heavier weight BBs. Again, let's see. Oh, freaking close. That was a little bit low. One thing I'm not a big fan of is the magazine. Sometimes it does get loose and you have to pop it back in place. So another thing to note. Seems to be going a little low this time around. Yeah, this thing it's definitely struggling to get out there a little more consistently. I think you definitely need to put in a unicorn barrel setup if you want to be able to go ahead and get those more consistent shots and be able to like maybe secure that longer range distance. But again, for what it is, it's actually not bad. It definitely has the range to reach out there, no problem, and it has the hop. I think the bucking does a good job of hopping the BB, just maybe not as consistently as say a unicorn would. So just something that you might want to look into if you do plan on getting yourself a Storm. Out-of-the-box performance for the PC-1 sniper rifle is actually very, very impressive. Now, I do wish this was a little bit more consistent. We did notice that some shots weren't quite hitting their target as much as we would like. They just weren't, the consistency just wasn't there. Maybe go ahead and swap out the inner barrel for a shorter unicorn type or inner barrel and bucking combo. That way you can also take advantage of the overvoluming effect, which is proven to give you more range. This is a very cool looking, unique, and great performing sniper rifle, but how much does it all cost? The Storm PC-1 bolt-action sniper rifle currently retails on Airsoft GI for $565. Make sure to take advantage of the Wombo combo for the best savings possible. $565 is quite a hefty price tag. It's quite a lot to ask for. However, that actually totally makes sense. Compare this to a lot of other cheaper sniper rifles that exist on the market. We're talking stuff that retails less than $150. They are definitely on the cheaper side, and that's what most bolt-action sniper rifle users are used to getting. They're used to getting a cheaper platform and then pouring hundreds of dollars into upgrade components just to achieve the same level of performance as the PC-1. Not only that, you're getting a very, very unique, cool-looking airsoft rifle that shoots well out the box. So why should you want a Storm PC-1? Well, for starters, this thing just looks absolutely amazing. Something straight out of a sci-fi video game, which I'm all about, and it already offers really good performance, which is the biggest thing, right? That already offered. Those two things alone should make this a contender. However, if you don't care about that, you want more practical reasons as to why you should want one, well, it's got to be the size, the fact that it's so compact, and it's incredibly lightweight. Traditionally, a lot of snipers are used to carrying much longer and much heavier bolt-action sniper rifles, especially once they have all the accessories put on. This is already going to feel way lighter than a lot of Nerf guns, actually. Not only that, the compact size makes it a lot easier to manage, and you're a lot less bulky in terms of your profile. Now that makes it a lot easier too, especially when you need to carry a secondary, because I highly doubt you'll be able to use this in a CQB environment, at least in its current configuration. So it's no secret that the airsoft market is allergic to innovation, so I'm very curious to see how the aftermarket scene is going to look for the Storm PC-1, whether we're going to get some more components for it, maybe some more accessories kits, whatever it might be. I'm looking forward to see it, but let me know what you guys think about this bolt-action sniper rifle down in the comments below. Guys, make sure that you show your support for Airsoft GI, make sure that you are subscribed, hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we drop new content. If you want to support the channel directly, make sure to get all your airsoft goodies from airsoftgi.com or our custom showroom and lounge. My name is Isaiah, and I'll see you guys on the next one.